US B-1 bombers, flanked by US, British and French fighter jets, followed by a Japanese Air Force, P-3, flying over Djibouti, where China has its only overseas military base, with an estimated 400 to 500 troops. And one of its nearby neighbors, a US military base, Camp Lemonnier, home to 5,000 US troops.
You get everything here.
We meet Major General William Zanner, the most senior US officer in Africa.
This is the only example of a Chinese base so close to a US base.
Certainly, and whenever I hear that, I always say it's China's first base. I believe there'll be others.
Camp Lemonnier is located in the Horn of Africa, near countries battling Islamic extremism and close to crucial shipping lanes.
The Chinese have now completed the construction of a pier close to here. Do you expect to see a Chinese aircraft carrier dock there, Chinese submarines?
I think the pier that the Chinese have constructed will be capable of hosting just about any vessel within the Chinese inventory. We have not seen Chinese vessels at that pier yet. I think that's only a matter of time.
Earlier this month, after China's reported test of a hypersonic missile, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs told Lester about the growing threat from China.
We're witnessing one of the largest shifts in global geostrategic power that the world is witnessing.
We drive across Djibouti. Signs of China's economic dominance are everywhere, even the Bank of China. And just 6 miles from America's base, we turn into an isolated road to find a People's Liberation Army camp.
So the Chinese base is right here, and they're going to be watching us as we're watching them. This is a fort, really. It's a kind of Chinese fort.
It was opened only 4 years ago.
Time to turn around. I think that's as close as we really want to get.
They clearly don't want attention. Contrast that with US forces training local troops. But a statement to NBC News from the Chinese embassy in Washington suggests they're still developing the base. The completion and commissioning of the base will help China better fulfill the international obligations of the United Nations and help China make new contributions to Africa and the world's peace and stability. The statement ends, "We urge the US to stop slandering and smearing China." And China is considering more military bases around the globe, according to the Pentagon, across Asia and Africa, in talks to build a military port on the Atlantic.
We should be very concerned about China's basing interest for having African ports and land bases and what that would mean for our country. I think that's consequential.
Lester, China has been facing a backlash from many Africans. But today, China's leaders reaffirming support for President Xi and his international approach.